all doing today? That big ball of fire in the sky is what we call sunshine here in Scotland, and it is very, very rarely there. Graham, how are you feeling?
All right.
People ask what language Graham speaks. What language do you speak?
I don't know anymore.
He's a little confused. Say hello if you are here, folks. You what?
I didn't care how to look one part. Do I look at you or do I look at the camera?
Well, I don't know.
I feel like I look too intense.
I think most people would prefer if you just weren't on camera full stop.
You want me going behind you again?
Yeah. Craig, you come forward from way back there. I'm sorry that I bully Craig so much. Here you go, Graham, take that. So Graham is, wait, actually, Graham, you're at work today, so what's your wife doing today? What's your wife doing right now, actually, Graham?
I think maybe going out of labour. You
Why?
told me I had to come.
I did not tell you had to come.
I wanted to go to hospital.
That is not true.
You've been off of your
Come on, be honest. So your wife is in labour and you're where? Working with the Hoof GP.
Dedicated.
Dedicated, that's what it is. Yeah, no. So Graham's wife is possibly in labour, possibly having Braxton Hicks, but we think probably in labour. But a little way off actually having baby. We have just 3 left to do. It's a beautiful day here in Scotland. So we thought, well, we might as well do a live. Right, Craig, let's get these cows in and see what's happening today. Okay. Sorry, Graham. Come on, girl. That's it. So these cows are heavily in-calved. They're due to start calving actually in about roughly 5 weeks or 6 weeks from now. So they'll be getting dried off in the next week or 2. Dried off basically means when they stop milking, getting ready for the birth of their calf. You can see, look, we're just dealing with tiny little bits of overgrowth. There are 1,300 cows at this farm, and this is about as long as the feet ever get here, which is spectacular, isn't it? Look, code brown, look. Live code brown action. We're getting live code brown action here from sunny southwest Scotland. You're alright, Ross, you're alright.
Somebody's saying they love your book.
What
For
about
South Carolina.
How good would it be to go and visit South Carolina? It would be cool, wouldn't it?
Would.
Really, really would be cool. We're supposed to be in New York at the weekend there, but because we had little problems and things at work, we ended up cancelling it and going to Edinburgh, which, believe it or not, is actually fantastic at Christmas as well. So New York was missed and is still on the list of must-go-tos, but yeah. Is everybody getting ready for Christmas? Are you all getting ready for Christmas? We were in Edinburgh doing our Christmas shopping at the weekend, and it's fantastic. Oh, by the way, part of the reason I did a live right now is because if you're in America, the United States of America, or Southern America or Canada, then today, Tuesday the 10th? 9th? Tuesday the 9th is last chance for an order from the website for guaranteed Christmas delivery, if that makes sense. He's saying it's the 10th.
Oh.
Tuesday the 10th, not the 9th. Sorry. These are Jersey cross Frisian cattle. So they're smaller than what we normally trim, which means that the feet are slightly better as well. Look at that. Lovely. Right.
Somebody from Brazil watching.
Brazil. Right, if you start asking questions, I'll grab the phone off there in a second and I'll answer as many as possible. So throw some questions at us. Get the next one in, Craig. Come on, Craig. Yeah. cold here right now.
Somebody said it looks warmer there.
It looks warm. It's definitely not warm here. It is about -1 right now. Get Craig on. West Sussex is miserable. Send us some sunshine. No chance. This is the first sunshine we've had in what feels like a millennium. Is it winter here, Sean? Yes, it is definitely winter here. -3 on the way to work this morning. -1 about now. Where did you learn to trim cow's feet, says Castell. So I learnt... Yeah, on you go, Craig. You're okay. I learnt from a guy called Peter Kloosterman in England. He is from Belgium, though. Meanwhile, here in Australia, how are you going to celebrate Christmas, Graham Martin? So we are... Oh, I'll go around the front actually and look at this cow right now. So we are a big family, if that makes sense. So I'll be spending my Christmas with family. Love your Scottish accents. Hello in East Yorkshire, Planet Crochet. Hello from Reno, Vermont. Another Dumfries and Galloway follower. Hello TMG, how's it going? Hello, how much, what was that? Something about KVK. How much does a KVK cost? So this KVK crush here right now is about £43,000, which is around $52,000 or so. Favourite Christmas food? I love mince pies. Mince pies with chantilly cream, so like vanilla cream. But I'm the person who cooks in our house for Christmas most of the time because I used to be sort of a chef, kind of. So I love making cranberry and apricot stuffing, which tastes amazing. Hello in Kentucky, how's it going? Misfortune, yum. No, it is really, really good. I go to my nan's for Christmas. £43,000 is more than my first house. You can probably buy a small house here in Scotland for that, actually. You could definitely buy a flat here. Thank you for the scenery shots, says Abigail Rose. You are very, very welcome, Abigail Rose. Have you had coffee this morning? Graham, have we had coffee this morning?
No.
The remnants of the coffee are behind us. We've had three coffees. Two coffees? Three. We've had 3 coffees this morning. Hi, Amy. I loved your book so much. I've just bought it on Audible to listen. Did you say with your dog? Or to listen on my dog walks. Thank you. The Audible book was like a mad mission to complete. That was a huge undertaking, so I appreciate you getting it. Good morning from all the crew in Dundee. -3, I will trade you. It's currently -11. Yeah, but the moisture here in southwest Scotland makes it feel even colder. Graham, do you want to grab this again? So we have just one more cow to do.
Very anxious. Oh, she's got the rope. 2 seconds. Come on, girl. Come on. Go, girl. No.
Helen says hello, Craig.
Hi, Helen. You alright?
So because there are quite a few ropes inside the KVK, when the cows are walking through the odd one, and it really is the odd one, we'll put their heads through the ropes, and that's what she just did there, and drag them along with you. With you? No, with
It's
them.
only really if the other cow in front is taking a long time to get out.
So look, this foot here, look, this is so typical of what we trim here. You can see, oh thanks for that super chat. Can you? Yeah, it's Can You Baker. Hello, the herd and the more Graham, Craig and Kevin. Kevin's not here anymore. Look at me. Look up. So Kevin has left the building. Yeah, Kevin decided that working with us wasn't for him long term, and is now back on a dairy farm that he used to work at. So everything is good there, I think. And we actually still go to that farm, so you may see him in the very distant sheds in the background of our videos from time to time. Anyway, this is what we're doing right now. We are reducing the entire size of this foot. It is slightly too long. Going to reduce that as well.
Somebody had asked, what was your proudest hoof trimming moment?
Proudest hoof trimming moment? So there's a cow on the channel, and if you look up a video called I think it's called One Cow, 4 Problems. That cow I didn't think we would heal it, and she had a huge amount of problems with one of her feet, and we completely cured her. So that was a pretty good moment. Like I said, you can actually look it up. I think it's either 1 cow 3 problems or 1 cow 4 problems, or 1 foot 4 problems, and you'll see what I mean. She was in a real state, and now she looks fantastically healthy, which is really good. So that was pretty cool. We also won UK Contractor of the Year in 2017, which was a little while ago, before YouTube actually, and that was for hoof trimming, and voted for by customers, which was that was really good. That was a real highlight actually. What else, Craig? Graham, what else is everybody saying?
Do you decorate your home Christmas tree?
Come on then, Graham. Do I decorate my Christmas tree at home? Thank you, Helen Rose, for that snap super chat.
You had a competition last week, didn't you?
Yes, and who won the competition?
I thought that was a bit there.
Yours was okay, to be fair.
It's okay.
I know it was.
So our house is very Christmas orientated. Mrs. HGP is a Christmas fanatic. She has to be wound in every year and like topped down from putting the Christmas tree up in like August. So this year it was the last week of November. She managed to talk me into it. I do love Christmas. I sound like a Grinch there, but I do absolutely love Christmas. I just prefer it at Christmas time, that's all. Just have to trim out that inside. So you can see, look, this foot here, what a lot of people used to do in ye olden days, they would trim this foot here, so because this one looks nicer now that it's white, doesn't it? I'm not going to lie about that, but this one here doesn't look quite so fancy because it's dirty, but that is really functional. Lee's asking, have I ever cut myself with a knife? Well, yes, Lee, I have. I nearly cut this finger off. I'm not sure if you can see it. Well, can you see that scar there on my thumb? Is it showing up? Yeah, so that was the grinder, and I was furious when that happened. That took a huge portion. It took a bit of the bone away, it took some of the ligaments away and everything, but when it happened, I had been off work because I don't know, if you've read the book you'll know, but basically, can you see okay? Basically, I had a huge round bike crash, so I'd been off work for 2 days, and I was furious at myself. For being off work. So when that happened, okay.
Melanie Bray gave you £5 or £6.
Oh, thank you, Melanie. Yeah, when I was off work, I was furious that I'd been off work. So when that happened, Craig said, "No, we'll stop, we'll go to the hospital." And I was like, "No, we'll just spray it with some blue spray and duct tape it up." So that probably didn't help matters very much. But yeah, I nearly cut off my pinky once as well. I can't remember which one. Oh, it was this one because it feels really weird. You can't actually see the scar. But I was slicing down, and those knives are so sharp, and they were sharper back then because I was the one sharpening them every day. What? No offense, Craig. And I slipped, but because it was so sharp, I knew it had gone through my glove, and I couldn't decide whether or not my finger had got caught. And when I pulled it out, it was literally just hanging there. But I only had 2 cows left, so I did finish trimming those cows, and then went to the hospital and they sewed it back together.
Kane Baker gave you £5. That's when's the Hoof 3P coming to Australia?
The Hoof GP is coming to Australia next year. We're not sure exactly where we're going, but we're definitely going to New South Wales. I'm not sure when we're going, but yeah, we're coming to Australia next year actually, so that should be totally incredible. Right, I'll let these guys kind of get these off. Oh, look at this, look. If you've read the book, it sounds like a constant advert for the book, but can you read it? Mm-hmm. This is all about my book, Dream, Believe, Achieve. So this is like the whole ethos behind the entire book. So if you ever see my tattoo and wonder what is going on with it and what the point in it is, it's all to do with inner demons and mess coming out. Right, anyway.
Is it on me? Is it on me? I need to turn the camera around. It's on me, innit? I didn't care, you flipped it.
Graham only drinks cider, be a quiet night. Yeah, Graham does drink cider actually. I drink fruity cider. Although I was in Edinburgh at the weekend. If any of you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that. I was in Edinburgh at the weekend and I had a fantastic night because we went out for a 6-course meal. And when we got there, both Ashley and I felt great. But after the first course, Ashley wasn't feeling great. But we'd also ordered the 6-course cocktail menu each. So 6 cocktails each. But because she felt terrible, she couldn't eat anything else and she couldn't drink anything else. So I had 12 cocktails and 11 courses of food. It was absolutely brilliant. How are you all feeling today? Says Call Me X-Ray. Hi from Minnesota, supposed to be minus 30 degrees. Ugh. What brand of grinders do you use? Says Josiah. So right now we are using, they're Makita, aren't they? We're using
It's just a white
Makita grinders. So we did use Milwaukee. Everything in my shed is Milwaukee. I loved Milwaukee. And then for some reason the grinders lasted for about 2.5 years. Then all of a sudden they started dying and the new ones only lasted about a month and a half. And purely by chance, somebody literally came to my house and said, do you want these grinders? So they gave me 4 of these. The only thing was, they only gave me 2 batteries, and the batteries were like £350 each, so about $420 each. So yeah, spent £1,000 in batteries. So right now we're using 40-volt Makita cordless grinders, and they're absolutely brilliant. G'day from Brisbane, Australia. Hi, Ada. Sorry if I said that wrong. The audiobook is excellent. It's hard to read names out and then I feel really ignorant. Thank you very much for saying that. I really appreciate it, Ian. Hey brother, says Lobo. Well, hello to you as well. Hello in Pittsburgh. Hey Tonga. That's cool, isn't it? Tonga. North Carolina. We had South Carolina on earlier, didn't we? 915 of you guys watching right now. So yeah, what's happening? So if you guys follow the HoofGP Clips channel, well, if you don't, you should go over to the HoofGP Clips channel because we're doing some longer videos on there that aren't as edited. They're a bit more raw. They're not quite as focused on hoof trimming, but there is a lot of hoof trimming in them. But if you do watch them, then you'll know we have now bought a farmsteading, as we call them here in southwest Scotland. So basically an old farmyard with a few acres, I say a few acres, like 3 acres of land. And the plan for that old farmyard is we're going to turn them in the barns into 3 holiday cottages, and we're going to get Highland cows for the little bit of land that's there. And the idea is that hopefully we can turn them into barn conversions, so beautiful old farmyard style buildings, and you guys can come and stay in them somehow. That we actually bought them about 6 months ago now, but planning permission has been a nightmare, but it did come through. Some of it came through anyway, so we're going to start building these very, very soon. And hopefully we can get cows in the new year, so that should be totally class. Good morning in Ontario, Robin. Hi in Florida. Hello in Ohio, Wisconsin, lots of it. How long does it take to set up? It is surprising. So our KVK sits on a trailer, so you would think it would be really frustrating and hard to set up, but it's not at all. It takes us about 10 minutes at the very maximum to set up completely. Look, we've got a cows here. Yeah, by the way, it's really difficult. I get a lot of, what do you call it? I get a lot of emails and messages and letters and things like that that get delivered to my house from people who have, in particular, read the book. And a lot of people talking about mental health and things, and I can't always say hello to people or reply to people, but I just want to say, if you ever message me, and somebody sent me a beautiful message this morning on Instagram, then I always read everything and I try to reply to them all, but I don't always have time because sometimes I'm at work. But if you do reach out to me, then I massively appreciate it. So if you are one of those people that I haven't got back to, don't think that it's not appreciated. It is. Is the book on Audible? It will be on Audible, but Audible takes forever to okay the book for some reason. It's on every other audiobook platform, so you can get it on Spotify, Google Books, Apple Play, all those different platforms. Just Audible, it will be there eventually, but once it's done. Thank you for that, Cruxil. I have wondered since I started watching, how do you help a cow who has a problem on the outer and inner claw of the same foot? So actually earlier on today, we had that very problem here. And what we do is we use a horseshoe block. So they're talking about if a cow has a problem on its back right inner foot and on its other claw, so both claws, how do we overcome that? Because obviously we can't just glue a normal block on, can we? But basically we use a horseshoe block, so that avoids the sore part and puts all of the pressure of the block onto the outer portion of the cow's hoof, and that's how it works. When you start up your holiday lets, it would also be nice to see if people could visit the farm and see the animals. Well, that's the whole point in it. The holiday lets will be basically exactly where the cows will be, and you'll be able to feed the cows. I bought a paper copy of the book, but reading it on ebook, says Helen. I've read it on both, actually. Because my memory's terrible, every time I read the book, I remember new bits that we wrote in it. It's just a bit crazy. When trimming a lame cow, how do you know which block to use? Don't you have different blocks? Yes, we do have different blocks, Robin. So it goes on size, it goes on how long the problem will take to heal. So if it's a very small cow's foot, we'll use a small block. If it's a problem that'll take an awful long time to heal and we might not see the cow again for a while, then we'll use a plastic block because they don't wear out at all. Can't catch a bite. How's the cow you did at the farm last week? You'll have to tell me which one you mean from last week, can't catch a bite, because there was a couple of videos on last week, so I'm not sure. Yes, the cottages will be dog friendly, Kaz, because we take our mutts as many places as we possibly can. Helen Rose says she loves Wigtonshire. It is beautiful, isn't it? Especially when it's like this. It's absolutely gorgeous when it's like this. Are there other different knives for hoof trimmers? There are a few different shaped knives. There's a special one called a loop knife, which is basically like, well, exactly what it says. It's a loop of steel. So it's like a kind of oval shape, and it's sharp on the inside, and it's for trimming between the claws. But I don't really use that because I just find the knives we use versatile enough, to be totally honest. I'm trying to read it all. Please show us follow-ups. I love happy endings. I do try to show you as many follow-ups as possible. I can't always do it, but I do try to. Josiah, thank you for being a great inspiration for a lot of people. Oh, I like that, Josiah. Thank you very, very much for saying that. Good morning, love your show in Los Angeles, Annie sent. Well, I like your city. How's Bent Face? Yeah, you must have watched a lot of videos, Helen. Bent Face is a cow from a couple of years ago. Bent Face is fine. Bent Face is still there. She was born with a deformed face, and her mouth sort of twists and points this way, so they call her Bent Face. They actually love her. Doesn't sound like a very nice name, but they love her. Best show on YouTube by far. Thank you very much, Jeff. Cheers. She is beautiful, Helen, you're right. I'm from Bristol, England, says Tom. The weather here is terrible. I'm sorry, but you can keep that weather. We have had that weather for the last year. So, hi Graham, I'm from Girvan, like Craigie Boy. Love the show. It reminds me of home. I live in Merseyside now. I was in Girvan last night, actually, picking up a car. Well, not picking up a car from there, but yeah, Kevin's fine, I think. Ray, I haven't seen him for a while, but I think he's fine. Hello in Norway, Ollie. Mate, serious number of Aussies watching here tonight. There is, it's good, isn't it? It's really good. Actually, there's an Aussie girl working here today, and she walked across. I was like, "G'day, mate!" And she shouted something back that I didn't quite understand. Which part of New South Wales are you going to? Lots of dairy and beef here. I'm not exactly sure. We will be touring around quite a bit. California has a tsunami warning. Ugh, that's not good, is it? That's not good at all. Yeah, so if you are just joining, Graham is here today. He's hosing up right now. Graham is cameraman and editor. Graham, that's him there. And his wife is currently in labour, so she might have a baby by the end of today. He wanted to come to work. I haven't forced him. No, I haven't, obviously. Hello in Verna, Utah. Aberdeen. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up because we have finished trimming and my face probably bores you to tears. All 954 of you. Wow, that's a long message. What was that? Hello, I sent you guys an email about buying my special one of your hair plushies for Christmas. I don't know if I sent this the right one, but I hope you're I'm not sure. If you did, Papa, we get a massive amount of emails every day. I mean, literally, maybe 250 to 300 emails a day, and it's really hard to get through them all. We do get through them all, but they don't all get answered, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would literally spend all our life doing it. But we do try to. Right, I'm going to head, like I said, because you will be getting tired of this guy's face. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you joining us. I'm going to wash up and have an early bath, because I think it's actually before 12 o'clock here in beautiful sunny Scotland. Right, thank you very, very much for watching, folks. Catch you later. Bye-bye.